Taehyung returned home and decided to share several new photos, which, as always, left everyone impressed. It's incredible how he seems to get even more attractive every day. It's no surprise that Jungkook once said Taehyung is the most beautiful man he's ever seen, because each picture seems to confirm it again. The post's caption read, "It's too windy to run now," which also made it clear that Taehyung is still in Korea, despite some people commenting yesterday that he might be traveling and that's why he'd been up almost all night. His update dispelled any doubts. The photos were truly beautiful. In several of them, you could see that spark that many people associate with Jungkook, his fire. It's curious how every time Taehyung shares something, there's always some detail in red. This time he was wearing red shorts and carrying a small bag of the same color. That shade, which has so often been associated with the special bond between him and Jungkook, stood out in a simple yet meaningful way. It was a small detail, but very characteristic, almost like a visual signature that many fans of Taehyung and Taikook itself instantly recognize. In addition to the photos, a video that had already been leaked when Taehyung was in Hawaii resurfaced. In that clip, he's seen hula hooping with complete ease. Now, he's officially shared it himself, making it clear that he has no problem showing us these spontaneous and fun moments. In the video, he looks relaxed, cheerful, and very comfortable, radiating a warm energy that always draws attention. His style and the way he moves make even the simplest scenes feel special. All of this has reignited the enthusiasm among those who closely follow everything related to Taikook. By posting these photos and this video himself, Taehyung demonstrates that he's aware of what he shares and the effect it has on his followers. Sometimes, when it comes to Taehyung and Jungkook, all it takes is a little patience for something new to emerge directly from the two of them, without the need for rumors or external interpretations. That's why many fans trust that, in time, Taikook always ends up giving us clear signs. It's wonderful that Taehyung is back and has decided to show us some of his favorite moments. He doesn't need to say much to convey closeness, his pictures, his gestures, and those small details that reveal how much he cares about what he shares are enough. Each update feels like an invitation to join him a little in his daily life, and that's why so many appreciate him. Thank you, Taehyung, for appearing, for uploading such special photos, and for allowing us to be part of those moments he chooses to share. It's easy to understand why so many admire him and why his presence, along with Jungkook's, continues to be so meaningful to those who have followed Taikook for so long. 3 years have passed since one of the most significant and memorable moments within the fandom, a moment many consider one of the clearest and most sincere proofs of the special bond between Taehyung and Jungkook. It all happened right after Jungkook returned from his historic participation in the FIFA World Cup opening ceremony, where he represented Korea with a performance that captivated the world. Despite the exhaustion and the magnitude of the event, Jungkook decided not to rest at home or relax separately. Instead, he went directly to the luxurious Paradise City Hotel, an exclusive resort known for its elegant and private atmosphere. There, he met up with Taehyung to spend some personal time away from the noise, demonstrating once again the importance of their relationship. The famous run challenge they both posted afterward was filmed in the hotel's deluxe pool villa, one of the most expensive and romantic areas of the resort. This detail drew attention because it wasn't just any place, it was a villa designed to offer an intimate, tranquil, and visually stunning environment. It was later revealed that the space had been reserved specifically for Taehyung and Jungkook, leading many fans to interpret the day as a kind of private date. What's most interesting is that we would never have known what happened there if they hadn't decided to share the video of the challenge themselves. The post clearly read, "Directed by Taehyung, edited by Jungkook," a simple phrase that revealed a great deal, showing that they worked together without the intervention of official cameras or company personnel. In the video, Taehyung even appeared wearing the Celine hoodie that Jungkook had received as a gift in Qatar, something many interpreted as a natural and spontaneous display of affection. This detail reinforced the idea that they were genuinely sharing their time, enjoying each other's company without needing to make it public or turn it into promotional content. What we saw there was a glimpse into their private world, a moment where there was no production crew and no intention of selling anything. It was just Jungkook and Taehyung, together, laughing, filming, and editing something they'd made themselves. For many fans, that moment represents what they consider true love, not the stages, the shows, or the planned projects, but those quiet, everyday moments where two people simply enjoy being together. Despite the luxurious setting, what truly stood out was how relaxed, comfortable, and completely themselves they seemed. That authenticity is what the Taikook community continues to celebrate 3 years later. Some Jungkook fans tend to get excited about shows like Are You Sure?, which is more structured, planned, and produced by the company. Many see it as a product designed to generate revenue, not as a reflection of the members' private lives. And that's one of the main differences. While certain content is clearly guided by a production team, the moment Taehyung and Jungkook shared in the deluxe pool villa was natural, personal, and unfiltered. That's why, after 3 years, Taikook still remember that day as a genuine gift from the Taikook couple, a moment where there were no external cameras or scripts, where they were simply together, enjoying a beautiful place in each other's company. Over time, Taikook has demonstrated something that doesn't need to be said aloud. They are two people who support each other even without speaking. Their way of being together doesn't depend on exaggerated gestures or trying to attract attention. Rather, it functions as a constant, calm, and steadfast presence. When one of them faces a difficult moment, the other seems to appear naturally, not to draw attention to it in front of others, but to quietly accompany them. This closeness doesn't seek approval, doesn't try to impress anyone, and isn't presented as an attempt to prove anything. It simply exists, like a habit that has been maintained because it has grown over time. There is something very authentic in this way of caring for each other. Every movement, every glance, and every action they share seems to stem from the trust they have built. They don't need to explain it because, for them, it's part of everyday life. Their relationship, as many interpret it, isn't based on something superficial, but on small, recurring details that show they are accustomed to supporting one another. That's why, when their moments together appear on camera or broadcast, they feel different. They don't seem scripted, but rather part of their natural dynamic. Meanwhile, some Jungkook fans tend to get very excited about programs like Are You Sure? This type of content is produced by the company, has a structured format, and is planned before filming. Many people see it as a program designed to generate interest and profits. It doesn't necessarily represent the members' private lives, but rather an organized version of what the company wants to show. That's an important difference. Certain content is guided by a team that decides what is filmed, what is shown, and how it's presented. In contrast, the moment Taehyung and Jungkook shared at the deluxe pool villa didn't have that kind of structure. It was a spontaneous encounter, without prior preparation or external guidance. The naturalness of the atmosphere made a clear difference between what's planned by a team and what arises when two people are simply comfortable with each other. It wasn't a planned act to show something, but a spontaneous moment that the public witnessed exactly as it happened. What's truly curious arises within the fandom itself, where a kind of unexpected division emerges. It's noticeable how some fans react differently to similar gestures, depending on who makes them. When Taehyung and Jungkook express closeness, critical comments, judgments, or misinterpretations immediately arise. In contrast, if Jimin does something similar, many receive it as a perfect and natural gesture, without question. It seems that not everyone is seeing the same thing, or perhaps they're letting their personal preferences influence how they interpret what they see. The question is whether the behavior is truly being analyzed objectively, or if everyone is choosing what to justify and what to criticize. It's not about comparing the members or deciding who deserves more support. The important thing is to recognize that, in many cases, the members perform similar actions, but the fandom's reactions vary depending on the individual. That difference doesn't appear because one does something better or worse than the other, but because each group of followers already has a preconceived idea of what they want to believe.